I think I might have gotten fired from the Tennessee Titans for being gay. I don't know for sure, and I'm not sure I'll ever know. But in 2014, I started working for the team as a massage therapist on their medical staff. Every NFL team uses massage therapists a little bit differently. We were very integrated. I would be there every day, sometimes twice a day, traveled, had game day responsibilities. I was working full-time hours while remaining contracted. That's a different video. My second year, I was told that the demand for massage was going up. So I brought in a second LMT to help us, kind of showed her the ropes. And then as time went on, I helped build out a larger team of LMTs that could be ready for busy seasons like training camp. I'm also a massage instructor. And so a lot of the people that I brought in were my former students, really proud of all of them. In 2019, I came out and I scheduled a meeting with my boss, the head of medical, who had hired me way back in the beginning, who's a fantastic human being. I sat in his office and I told him that I was concerned about coming out, that I would lose my job. And he said, as long as I'm here, you will not get let go for that. Last year, he retired. This February, I was called in, was told that they would not be renewing my contract. Part of me wonders if there was some sort of pressure from higher up that he just wasn't around to save me from anymore. But when they called me in February, they told me that they were letting go of all the contractors. That honestly didn't surprise me all that much. We just changed head coaches. And when that happens, sometimes they come in and they clear house. So I knew that that was a reality, and like I said, I wasn't surprised. I was ready. I felt lucky that I had 12 years in the league. That's a long time in this industry. Our current head of medical said that there's nothing I could have done differently.
I mean, we're going to listen to more, but you know what? So far, I don't buy it. So far, I don't buy it. You know, we live in a society now where everyone wants to get online and have you feel sorry for them. You know, if you have something that you deal with that people don't like, even when it come down to being black, right? You know, being, you know, gay, you know, a part of the LGBTQ community, you know, maybe Hispanic. Just if you have something going on that you feel like a lot of people don't like, sometimes you tend to go online and get people to feel sorry for you when something bad happens, right? You know, he's trying to explain to us why he may have got let go because he's gay. I mean, bro, they probably didn't want you there anymore. They, like you say, they was trying to get a whole new personnel. Even if they did bring back people and didn't bring you back. Oh, well. It is what it is. They could do what they want. So I'm not being empathetic. I'm just trying to really explain. People got to stop trying to get people to feel sorry for them. Just because we could cut on the camera and be live and go online and talk to as many people as possible doesn't mean that we should get online and talk about everything. This is just everyday life stuff. People get fired every day. What are we talking about? I'm just saying.
That I had always done the best job for them, that the call was coming from higher up, that they didn't really want to have to do this, but also offered to connect me with other NFL teams. I will say I've always had great relationships with the people on the medical staff themselves. It became clear not long after, however, that not all of the contractors were being let go, which we found strange. Then they hired massage therapists who I had brought in before, so they weren't really fresh faces. They were other, people that I had helped train, had helped bring in, and they were instructed to replicate my work. That was confusing at first, but I ended up just sort of taking that as a sort of compliment. Like the higher ups had told them they couldn't have us, and so they wanted the next closest thing. Then around May or June, people started going radio silent on me. The players that I had been connected to stopped responding. And the other full-time LMT that I had hired in 2022, I believe, we'd been really close. She had been a former student, also went radio silent. And then I discovered through the grapevine that she had gotten hired back, and which meant that I was the only LMT that was replaced. I reached out to her and I asked what had happened, and she didn't respond for like a month. And when she finally did get back to me, she said she didn't know and she didn't want to talk to me about the Titans, and has we exchanged a little bit of a conversation, but is back to not responding to me, which is maybe the most confusing thing of all of this. It was just kind of night and day, like the relationship that we had versus like who she is now. And like I said, that's probably the most shocking part of this. But I did reach out.
Please like and comment on this video and subscribe to my channel. I'm on a mission to lead others to Christ. And if you want to see what's next, I would love it if you join this journey with me. Look, man, she don't got to respond to you. Nobody on that team have to talk to you. And again, I'm not being empathetic. I'm not trying to, man. I try to always show empathy. But man, we live in a world now where people, I don't know, you think that you're the only person in this world sitting on a pedestal and everybody is sitting beneath you just watching and listening and saying, I understand, Johnny, I get it, keep talking. Like, no, there are billions of people on this planet Earth. There is too much going on. I don't think no one at that previous job you had is thinking or worrying about you, bro. They don't probably have time to think about, dang, I mean, is he gay? Did we let him go? Should we let him go because he gay? Like, I mean, no. They just probably moved on, man. When you work for companies and work for systems, those systems just keep moving. And I'm sorry, but when you work a job, sometimes those systems let you go and pick up the next person. That's the way life go. I mean, that's just what it is. But getting on a video and complaining about a job you have for 12 years, you had it for 12 years. Great. Why don't you go, hey, play the game. Go ask them, hey, can you write a recommendation letter for me for my next job? Play the game. But getting on here complaining, I'm like, come on, man. Don't make no sense.
To my boss again, and I just asked him, hey, if this was personal, just for my sake, for my future, would you, let me know if there was anything that I could have done differently, or was I hard to get along with? Was it some aspect of my personality? And he said, no, back to what I said at the beginning, there's nothing you could have done differently. You've always been great. We were just told that we needed fresh faces. I didn't really press him further than that to say, like, I was the only face that got freshened. Because at the end of the day, they said that it wasn't an issue with my work. It wasn't an issue with my personality. It wasn't an issue where I was hard to get along with, which only leaves some aspect of my personhood, whether that be my sexuality or my politics, because I did have different politics from a lot of the people in that facility. I was a little bit more visibly queer this year than I had been in the past. I put gel on my nails for the first time. I started a queer podcast with my best friend. And I will say that I heard a lot more homophobia, if I'm being honest, in the facility this past year. More F slurs than I had probably heard in the previous 11 years combined. These younger players are, and I don't know what the head coach's politics are, but he banned seed oils in the entire facility, if that tells you anything. I don't know. I have made several versions of this video over the past few months, and they've all just sat in my drafts. But anyway, if I publish this one, I'm doing it because I just don't think that this should happen to anybody, and I don't think that it should happen again. And if there's any way of knowing, I would like to know what happened.
You don't think it should happen to anybody? Well, getting fired? I'm sorry. People are going to get fired every day. What are we talking about right now? I know what you're trying to say, but it's like, come on, man. Woo! Wow. Can't believe this one. Look, bro, and I want everybody to hear this. No one needs some great dramatic reason to let you go. Now, obviously, if somebody actually fires you because you're gay, black, Christian, a woman or anything else protected by the law, that's a different conversation. But somebody firing you and you being gay doesn't automatically mean you got fired because you're gay. Sometimes they just don't want you there anymore, man. Just simple as that. People get fired every day, B. And I love when Cameron said that line and paid in full. But seriously, I think he just need to move on. If I was him, instead of chasing down demanding an explanation, I'm playing chess. If you're willing to work with me and, everything else, great. Can I get a letter of recommendation? Can I use you as a reference? I'm turning this loss into leverage. That's how you have to move in life, because letting your feelings control every decision will hurt you more than it help you. And that's a lesson for everybody. Stop making rejection your identity. You didn't get the job. Keep moving. You lost the job. Keep moving. Relationships ended. Keep moving. Somebody doesn't like you. Keep moving. Oh, well, everybody isn't required to validate you. Proverbs 24:16 says, though the righteous fall 7 times, they rise again. That's the mentality. And Romans 8:28 tell us God can work all things together for good for those who love him. Sometimes that door closing isn't discrimination, hatred, or the world attacking you. Sometimes the door just closed, bro. And instead of spending 6 months standing outside banging, asking why, maybe turn around and see what other door God has open for you. Get your recommendation letter, update your resume, learn whatever you can from the situation, pray about your next move and go. You want to play chess out here, not checkers, bro. Don't let one person's decision have you emotionally stuck when God may already be trying to move you somewhere better. He like, come on. God's telling you, come on. And you just like, wait, God, wait, God, 1 second. God, wait 1 second. God, wait 1 second. I'm not done, Lord Jesus. Look, I believe something else is going on. Can you tell me what's going on? Because I believe it's more. Lord Jesus, wait. I know you have something planned for me. I know you have something for me. But wait, Lord Jesus, wait. I know I lost this job because of something else. Can you tell me? Because Rosie kept her job. Mike kept his job. You brought back Dave and Peter. Lord Jesus, wait. Can you tell me why I lost the job? Is that what we doing? God may have a blessing waiting for you right around the corner. Go. And that's the lesson. And I'm going to leave it there. It's your boy, Paul P. I love you all. Thanks for watching.